Yeah, this is the continuation of my topic. You dig? Yeah, and so what happened was, you know what I'm saying, I kept forgetting to set up this, you know, how you call it, stopwatch. And every time I started, I forget to check how many minutes did I took for. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna make sure now, right? Right, you dig? My girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend, Gretchen Carter, actually she was my wife. We got married in Minneapolis, and she used to tell me she know this older guy who was always start his sentence by saying or finish his sentence by saying, right. And then she began to say the same thing. So I'm saying the same thing. I mean, it's contagious. Right. She's gonna fall. Well, really, my English is not good for the fact that I don't encounter with people who I don't I don't meet people who speak English very much. So most of my talking and my words is like store out in my head. You know what I'm saying? From living in this state. You know what I'm saying? I would think about. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm smoking. I'm just doing this for fun, you know what I'm saying? I do smoke sometimes, but it's not good for my voice, especially if I want to, do what I'm doing. And second of all, I don't encourage to smoke because smoking is not good, but sometimes I do get bored and I do have the urge to take a puff once in a while. But don't do it, all right? So then where I was, going back to Atlanta, Georgia. For something happened, when I was living with my sister, she did borrow some money from me, and which she promised to pay me on a certain date. You know what I'm saying? But then when the date came, she was ready to go to work, and she had already got her pay. You know what I'm saying? She didn't want to pay my money. I wanted to do something, you know what I'm saying? Take Whitney somewhere or something. But she said she had no money, so. And I simply said something like, oh, that's the American way of not paying back. You know what I'm saying? That's all what I said in the morning, about 5 o'clock in the morning. And anyway, I don't think I should have said that, you know what I'm saying? But she got pissed and told me to leave her house 5 in the morning. Can you believe it? I didn't know nobody in Georgia and Clarkston besides Gina Davis and Wendy. You know what I'm saying? Those are the only two people that I know. But however, I tell sister, well, I don't know anyone in Georgia. I don't know anybody here. I came to you. If you put me out like 5 in the morning, where am I supposed to go? You know what I'm saying? And she said, well, I don't care. So I refused to go out. I refused to get out. But she called the police on me. She went and called the police on me. Can you believe it? I had no choice but to pack my stuff. And fortunately, I had a car. You know what I'm saying? When you have a car, I mean, you're good to go. You know what I'm saying? I packed all my stuff in my car. About 5 o'clock, 5:30, 6 o'clock, I was out of her house. And you know what I'm saying? So actually before that, I called Gina up. While I was still in bed. I said, Gina lives about a few blocks from us, maybe like 2, 3, 4 blocks from us. You know what I'm saying? I've been in her apartment, and then, she must have been, getting her groove on once in her apartment. So, you know what I'm saying? So I called Gina up. Hey, Gina, my sister and myself fell in an argument. She put me out. You know what I'm saying? She called the cops. She's gonna call the cops on me. You know what I'm saying? Can I come and spend some time at your place while I figure out some stuff? And she said, this is exactly what she said. What's about Wendy? I mean, I held for a minute. I said, what? To myself. I said, well, in the back of my head, back of my mind, I'm thinking my sister had ran her mouth. You know what I'm saying? I was dating Wendy. You know what I'm saying? We was not cool to do. But, sorry. But So I called Wendy. I called Wendy up, and she said, all right, you can come over. Oh, okay. I can't remember his roommate's name. You know, he's a white guy, but he kind of likes me, you know, because I used to go over there to visit Wendy. You know what I'm saying? And out of all of Wendy's friends, I was the one he liked the best. This is what Wendy told me, so I don't know. This is what she told me. And she said, wait until he goes to work and then you can come over. So I did as she said, you know what I'm saying? I went over there and changed and ate something. She's a very, very friendly, you know, caring kind of girl, you know what I'm saying? She was 24 then. I was much more older than her. And so then, you know, this is what I used to do, you know, until I went back to Minneapolis. You know, I would go there when he's not there, you know what I'm saying, take a shower and eat. You know, she would literally, physically feed me with the mouth, with the spoon in my mouth. She would say, open your mouth. You know what I'm saying? My wife Gretchen did the same thing too. She would say, open your mouth and let me spoon feed you, right? So, right. Excuse me. So then it was like that on and off kind of thing, and I got tired of it. And so what happened was during the process while I was staying with my sisters, you know, I was attending a church together with my nephew, you know what I'm saying, Sarah Johnson's son. So when she pulled me out, I went to the church, you know, to find an accommodation for the night or two or something like that. And this youth pastor came around together with his wife. You know, he just happened to pop by one day at the church, and there was another guy who was also homeless. We didn't have nowhere to sleep that day, you know what I'm saying? But I was the one that he happened to pick, you know what I'm saying? Well, I don't want to put it that way, but I was the one that he happens to help that day. And while driving, they live like suburb. The suburb have nice houses, man, big houses. You know what I'm saying? White people live good in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? You don't see them very much in Atlanta City. You don't see white people in Atlanta City. You know what I mean? Like you would be at a train station. You know, it would be like one white person being among a bunch of black people. You know what I'm saying? This is how it was. One black person being among a bunch of white people. This is how it was at a train station in Atlanta. So it's like, you don't see white at a suburb, you know. So while we were driving, I was much more younger then. He was saying, just out of the blue, his wife was sitting in the back. I was in front with him. You see, out of the blue, he said, well, baby sis. This is exactly what he said. He said, baby sis. I said, well, I didn't say a word. He said, I picked you because, well, I wanted to help you instead of the other guy because I know you have a baby face, you know, we like you, so, which was cool. So the next day, I asked the pastor to go and talk to my sister so that I can come back to the house, which he did, but I went back to my sister's house and spent like maybe 2 or 3 nights, but she insisted saying, I should go back to Minneapolis and leave the house. I said, okay, have no money, no more money. I ran out of money, spent it on Wendy, you know what I'm saying? Not to blame her, you know. And so then, you know, I had no money. The only assets that I had was my car, you know, which was very hard to sell, you know what I'm saying? But, so what I did was, when I had no money, not at all, I went and sold my car. Actually, I pounded it for $100. That's how much it takes from Atlanta to Minneapolis on a Greyhound bus. So I took the bus. Even though Wendy has encouraged me to go to a shelter and then wait and see until what happens, you know what I'm saying? But me, as usual, I was so impatient. I said, no, I never slept at a shelter before, especially sharing with people that I don't know, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't go for it. So and on top of that, Wendy and myself all almost got married. You know, we went at one point we went to the city hall to apply for our marriage certificate, which we did, but for some reason it didn't click because I heard that she got cold feet or something like that. Maybe somebody told her that I was trying to marry her in order to get my green card, which was not the case, you know. But anyway, I had to pawn my Buick for $100 to be able to transport myself to Minneapolis, which I did, and that was that. You know what I'm saying? That was that. So I went to Minneapolis, and I'm gonna stop here and continue.